Okay, so I raised a game designer. I was not able to talk him out of this. And he's actually pretty damn good at it, which kind of really worries me. Because, well, he should get a real job. But the upshot of that is this. A couple of years back, CD Projekt approached my business manager and said, we'd like to do a tabletop version of The Witcher.
Was this before you guys had already talked about Cyberpunk?
We were already working on Cyberpunk.
Okay,
Yeah, I'd gone over like twice by that point, maybe 3 times. They'd met her because we had a tremendous amount of contract stuff we had to work out. And they said, do you know somebody we could, get to do this? And she said, well, I don't know, go talk Mike. And I said, I don't do fantasy. I mean, I love Witcher, I've enjoyed playing it, but I'm not really the best fantasy guy, I'm a science fiction guy. So, I don't know. And my son, who at that point was 18 or 19, said, I want to do it. And I said, okay, here's the deal. If you want to do it, I'm not helping you. I'm not writing it for you. You have to pitch it, run it, drive it, and make it happen. And he said, okay, I'm on, you're on. So literally the next time we went out, Lisa was there for business stuff because we were working on something complex. I don't remember what it was now, but she had business. I was doing stuff with the Cyberpunk team. Cody comes along oftentimes because his input on the Cyberpunk team is very solid and pretty well respected in the team. And he went and pitched it at the head of marketing who had originally suggested that we look for someone. So you have to see this picture. I'm going in and out between meetings, and he's in an office and he's talking to the head of marketing. And he's nodding, the head of marketing, and they're having a good time. I'm going, okay, they haven't thrown him out yet. So I come back about an hour later and he's with somebody further up, like one of the producers. And the producer's going, yeah, that would be really good. I see how you solved that problem, and they're going at it. And I'm going, okay, that surprised me. And I come back an hour later and he's with the president of the company and they're going, yeah, well, we can do this and these things and all that. And I'm going, whoa, okay. And by the end of the day, we had the license hammered out. And so he had pitched it. And I'm going, okay, you talked yourself into this, can you back it? And it turned out that when he went to talk to them, he'd already done most of the design work already. And he knew and knows The Witcher to an insane level of detail. And he also drafted my wife, who was also the business manager, into writing with it as well. Most people don't know it, but my wife is actually a really good writer who never admits it. She wrote several of the best gangs in Cyberpunk and a lot of background material, and she's done everything from projects in D&D, products and so forth like that. She never admits it. And he said, well, you like Witcher as much as I do, so what can you do? So he ended up being her boss as well as other people on the team, the editors and so forth, and he built a Witcher team. And they went through every book, they went through every game that had existed, they went through every comic, the old TV show. I mean, it just went through everything. It was Witcher Central.
It was tough to get through.
Yeah, I know, and the Hexer. And then they even went, so far as they signed up to go to Witcher camp last year. And it was a snafu where they couldn't get into their plane flights in time. But yeah, they were going to go off and be running around through the, wilds of Poland with swords on their backs in Witcher camp. And what they turned out was just a damn fine piece of work. And I did not get involved into it until they finally said, okay, we have enough of it to see whether it matches your specs. And I did that, and I took it to other designers and had them beat up on it. And they said, yeah, this is really solid. And CDPR also went through it and had us have outside people look at it. And that's one reason it took a long time, was we had to make sure everything was there, that things worked and that it felt right. But when you're dealing with people who are willing to learn Polish so they can read the books, so they can know what was happening in the original, these are people who really, really care about what they've created, and it shows.